Happy Leo season, everyone, and happy birthday, Leos. So much going on in the stars this week, and I have a lot to talk about, and I'm going to talk really fast, but I will put some text underneath to explain it. First of all, last night, the sun moved into Leo, and Venus stationed retrograde in the sign of Leo, where it will be for 6 weeks, going backwards in Leo. So we have a whole lot of Leo energy going on. And we have a big karmic axis T-square happening too. So any of you who've been following me, or maybe you follow other astrology, you've heard about all these things going on and wondering what it is. The best thing about understanding astrology is not to predict the future or to know, to blame things on, oh, it's Mercury retrograde or it's a full moon. The more we understand the universal cycles, the greater we understand ourselves, first of all. That's the most important thing. And secondly, the greater we have potential to have success in our life because we're working with these cycles instead of fighting against them. When you understand all the astrology cycles, you can see life as in cycles rather than linearly. When we look at ourselves like 0 years old and 70 years old in a line, there's like a cliff, right? There's an end to that line. It's like flat earthing, seeing your life as a flat earth, as opposed to seeing it in cycles. We have a 29-year Saturn cycle, a 12-year Jupiter cycle. We have a 28-day lunar cycle. So we always have these different cycles we're working with. Let's talk about the Venus retrograde cycle. That happens every 18 months, not very often. Retrogrades always invite us to realign ourselves, to pull us back, to slow us down. Venus retrograde really invites us to pull back and look at what really matters to us. What's really important? What's the bottom line value that, we can see where we've been putting too much energy and losing energy, and where we might want to shift that. Venus retrograde in Leo invites us to really reconnect with our heart, heal the heart, open our heart, and expand our creative being, our creative essence, and find more joy in our life. So when we have this next month, we're going to have the sun in Leo, and we'll have Venus in Leo retrograding with it. It is a great time to really connect with that cycle, which will bring more ease to the challenging cycle. So the challenging cycle that's happening this week is that the planet Pluto, the planet Pluto is meeting the lunar axis, so the moon's lunar nodes, let's say the south node's here, the north node's here, and Pluto is connecting with them at a T-square, which is 90-degree angle. So this kind of squares represent turning points and change, and the planet Pluto is the planet that its main intention is change, evolution, growth. Pluto works through the archetype of the destroyer. It's like endings invite new beginnings. And so again, the cycle, ending, new beginning. It's not beginning, ending. It's like ending, new beginning. When it meets up with the lunar nodes are our soul, represent our soul's direction, where we've come from and where we're going to. So this has quite a bit of karmic direction in this for us. So Pluto, it means collectively and personally, we're all invited to clear old karmic patterns and begin a new cycle. So if you don't know where, what you need to clear, if you're a little you don't know what direction you're meant to be going, and but you want to flow with the cycles of the universe. What is going to really support you right now is to connect with that Venus retrograde. Connect with your heart. So get out your Venus retrograde toolkit, and I invite you to have a gratitude practice for the next 28 days. Perhaps you want to write it down in a journal, 3 gratitudes a day. Maybe you want to connect with someone else so you can be more committed, and you text or email your gratitudes each day to one another. This is the easiest way to connect with the heart and the heart chakra and open up the heart. Up-leveling your creative outlet. So if you already have one, bring more of it in. Invite something new in, something playful and creative, not like work projects. So something really fun for you. Finger painting or singing and dancing, and bring joy, something that brings you joy in your heart. The other thing is journaling, any kind of writing. Just reflect on what really matters to you, and what's been going on the last 18 months, and what would you like to create in the next 18 months. So those are easy, simple ways to connect with the Venus retrograde. And that is like, think about it as when you do that, you're like following just direction on the path. You don't have to know what's at the end of the path, but you're like picking up these little pieces, and it one step at a time, and you're trust that you're going in the right direction. Happy Leo season again, everyone. And there is read in the notes below a little bit more, and you can also read my moon report in the link in bio, which gives a lot more text and detail to everything going on.